I am so unbelievably excited. Season 9 of the finals is out today as I'm recording this video of the 10th. And they've added so much new stuff. They made some balance changes and stuff. I'm unbelievably excited. Today's going to be a little bit of a different video, where today I'm going to be just yapping. Talking about the finals, the stuff they changed, and my current thoughts about it. We're gonna go through like all the stuff they've written on their website, well, like the patch notes and everything like that, and then later on in the video, we're gonna see like the new skins and stuff, which I've seen a little bit of, and they are heat. Oh my goodness! All right, so let's start at the top. Dragon Rising draws from the depth and richness of Chinese culture with a blend of historic symbols, architectural styles, and modern city energy. There's a new mode, new arena, but okay. So, right, new map, Fangwei City. Fangwei City is built for spectacle with elevated walkways, dense apartment blocks, riverfront views, serene gardens, and towering structures, all blended together for the ultimate variety. This latest addition to the arena is built from the ground up with smooth destruction, combining everything we have learned from the past 2 years to create a battleground that puts dynamism on the center stage. Ooh, I'm so excited. From what we've seen so far of it, because everything you're seeing is my first looks. I haven't actually like played a game yet. It looks really, really good. It looks like there's gonna be like a close to mid-range ish map, and paths are gonna be really good because there seems to be a lot of like slants of like stairways and roofs and stuff. So you might not even need like Goo Grenade as well, as you can set up a similar thing with all like the roofs and the angled tiling. Distinct zones with strong individual personalities that draw from multiple real-world locations in China, such as Hong Kong and Shanghai, create a playground of variety. Okay, all right. Just talking about the map. It looks really, really good. Okay, new mode, Point Break. I've heard my friend Funnyman, he was talking about how it's similar to Rush and Battlefield 6. I have no clue what that is, so about to find out. Take everything you know about Cashout, turn it up to 11, and add 4 more players. So what is it, 7? That's 8. Wait. You know what? I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just not gonna think about it. Point Break delivers a rolling battle where the fight is always in motion. The stakes rise with every phase, and every decision carries weight. It's fast, it's messy, and it brings new rhythm to the finals. As you load into Point Break, you find yourself as one of the eight attackers or defenders, each side with a clear goal. Attackers need to gain control of and destroy 9 grand vaults before running out of respawn tokens, while defenders aim to do the opposite. Okay, deplete the attacker's coins and victory is yours, and be vigilant as they gain more coins for each phase they complete. Okay, so they have a limited amount of respawns. So I'm assuming you can res. I'm assuming, and you get vaults. Okay. Now for the very interesting thing, World Tour 2.0, because they did some very interesting and potentially very good changes to it. So let's see what they did. Let's see exactly what they said. World Tour is now your one-stop shop for all game modes. What used to be a single game mode is now a full progression system that tracks everything you do across the finals. Yes. We will take that every day. You can play anything. I don't know if ranked is included, but if it is, that's so unbelievably good. That you can all the reward tracks besides ranked, which they reverted because initially it was ranked as well. Thank goodness they did, by the way, because then no one would have a reason to play ranked, and it would also, and a lot of like the really sweaty people would just move from ranked to World Tour, like these casual matches, and it would just suck for everybody, especially the casual players. Like, you just get off a 9 to 5, and then you gotta face a full Ruby stack. That's just not fun. But they made it so that there is one main reward track in World Tour. You can play anything, and it will always up that reward track, which is very, very good. Whether you sweat it out in ranked, push the platform in power shift, okay, so they are including ranked, or chase eliminations in TDM, every match pushes you toward your seasonal goals. For fans of the old World Tour tournament mode, it's still here, but now it's called Cashout. Okay, so they didn't do anything to the actual World Tour mode that was there before. It's just called Cashout now. Your World Tour badge progresses regardless of what you play, and as you advance, you'll earn stickers, charms, multi-bucks, and emerald rewards delivered to you at the start of the next season. Your effort now builds towards one track, making the progression simpler, smoother, and more rewarding. Absolutely. I feel like that's a pretty good change. Pretty good change. You'll still earn rank rewards separately. This is very important, allowing the most competitive contestants to earn additional rewards for climbing the ranks in ranked cash out. I like that they also made playing ranked. I like they also made playing ranked go for the full progression system. I love that. Okay. Reward system. Okay, I did hear that they were making reward coins so that you could choose what you wanted to get, which I honestly love. Because to be honest with you, they'll give out like skins and stuff, like they'll give them to you for like reaching certain milestones, and it's like it'll be skins for weapons you don't use. Like they'll give you like like for example, they'll give you dual blade skins. Now, I am not a dual blade or riot shield player. I don't need that skin. I'm never going to play those. So for me, it's kind of like there. Okay, rank reward systems slash reward coins. Gone are the days of receiving predetermined skins at the end of the season. If you have ambitious dreams of an emerald dagger, that is now your choice to make. Does the thought of a golden from moss make your eyes sparkle? You can pick that too. Yes! 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 I will take that every day. Yes! I need new. There are specific guns I don't have skins for, or at least I don't have good skins for them. If I can use this for that, yes. Embark is cooking right now. They are cooking. Introducing reward coins, the brand new way for you to choose any weapon skin your heart desires, based on your rank in World Tour progress. There are gold, platinum, diamond, and ruby coins earned throughout rank cash out, and an emerald coin awarded for reaching the top badge level in World Tour. Okay. Awesome. I love that. Okay, sponsors. Yes, they made a change to sponsors. Before I read it, from what I know, they just put all the sponsors up there from all the previous seasons and stuff. So you can choose a sponsor, level them up, and at any point you can choose to a different sponsor, which is dope. Absolutely dope. The only thing is, I was watching Funny Man stream earlier, is if you already have maxed out a sponsor, I don't think they put any new content onto any of the sponsors. So if you've already maxed a sponsor, let's say you had CNS and you've already maxed out its tier 1 and tier 2, there is nothing else beyond that. So you could choose something else to level up instead, which honestly is fine to me. There's so many different sponsors, as you can see here. There's so many different sponsors. Why not, right? You can now sign in with any sponsor you like, whenever you like, and swap them at any time. Beautiful. No more being locked in. No more being locked in. This update is about giving you freedom, choice, and a reason to mix things up. We are also adding new loyalty tracks for the official season sponsors of Season 9 Volpe, Welcome to the Arena, and Ospus. Okay, so they have new tiers. Because this is Volpe's first season, and Ospus is getting another tier. Okay. You can go with a seasonal sponsor, return to your favorite, or try a little bit of everything. The CEOs are watching, so you can prove your loyalty or leave them wondering if you'll ever return. The fans you earn will only go to the active sponsor you have signed with at any given moment. So make sure you sign before stepping into the arena. Don't worry about the fine print. Which brand you wear today, contestant. Yeah, make sure you do that. Make sure you choose whatever sponsor you want to level up, because as it said, the fans will only go to the ones you're signed up for, not all of them, which makes sense. Okay, this was a very big thing, and I'm going to say something pretty controversial in the finals cash out space. I don't have an issue with doubling up cash outs, and I don't have any issue with in my opinion, it is not griefing. People who call it griefing are, in my opinion, bitches. The reason why I say that is because If you're in first place, you have to earn your way there. If you want to double up to make sure you do not get out, I understand that. That's exactly, it makes sense. Why not make it so that you don't have to worry about getting knocked out? And if there's a team that's easier to fight, would you not want to fight that team? In my opinion, it's just a selfish thing. People are only upset about like the first place doubling of cash outs thing because it doesn't benefit them in those cases. I get sad and upset too when it happens because there's a chance I'm not gonna qual. But if you ask me, that's just how the game is played. Now, the change that they made, which I'm about to read to you, is a great change. I think it's a cool change, and I think it would also make it so that second cash outs doesn't happen as often, or it might be out of like the meta entirely, which low key sucks. You did all that work to get first place, and even after all that effort, you don't get to enjoy the spoils. But I understand it. I understand. I think what this new cash out rule is going to do is make it so that first place teams just sit on top of cash out boxes and just doesn't plug them, which makes sense because you could either double it or just sit on top of it, and it's looking like you're gonna have to sit on top of it because look at this. This is kind of crazy. A new rule is coming to cash out in the form of double jeopardy, a condition triggered whenever a second cash box is inserted in an already active cash out station. When a team initiates double jeopardy, if they are in control of the cash out station as it completes, they bank all the money as normal. But if they fail to secure it, they lose 50% of their current cash total. 50? Whoa, I thought it was going to be like 15. 50. Oh my goodness gracious. 50%. Wow. Doubling is now a high risk strategy, allowing struggling teams to catch up while increasing the risk of those ahead. Okay. All right. I mean, the first place team can no longer double a cash box to guarantee their way in. Because honestly, at 50, if you don't win that, that's 50% down. Meaning you're cooked. You're cooked if you don't get it. You're probably gonna end up out of qualifying. And you know what? I actually don't dislike that change. As much as I think that that calling it griefing and like all this upset about it was kind of just like, boo hoo, I'm not the one that's winning. I understand it because of course it happens to me too. So I understand why people are upset about it. I just personally think to the winner goes the spoils. That's just me personally. But that's crazy and it makes sense. I understand why they would do it, and that is going to make sure that it never happens again. And that the only reason why a cash out would be doubled is because a team is really struggling. I'm talking we're at cash out boxes 5 and 6 and they have like $3,000 to their name, which sadly happens. At that point, yeah, just throw the fucking just double it. Double it because either you end up qualing because of it or you what's it called? Or you lose 50%, but you weren't qualing anyway. So it's not like anything really changed. I also do find it interesting though, because this is also going to mean if you're a first place team, you want another team to double it, not you. Okay. Alright. I think it'll do some good. I think as much as I don't agree with like how griefing quote unquote is seen, I do agree that this is going to be a healthy change for the game. I agree. Okay, the battle pass stuff, it's just battle pass. I don't think they changed anything battle pass wise. So I'm just going to ignore the stuff, and I'm going to try and like be as unspoiled so that I can give you as much of like my first impression raw of like the skins and stuff as I can. Okay. Quality of life. We're expanding our privacy options, allowing you to fine-tune how you appear and interact with others and select which pop-ups for friend and party invites you see on screen. We're also enabling you to send party invites to club members. Was that not? This wasn't a feature? Alright. You can now opt in to view an instant replay, giving you the ability to watch replays only when you choose to with a simple press of a button. That's really good. Because there was an instant replay bug where if you got like defibbed or something, or you got rezzed while you were watching a replay, it would continue you would have to watch the entire replay. You couldn't really get out of it. I think that was it. So, and honestly, I'm on console, so I don't really have to worry too much about like cheaters. So I'll probably end up opting out of it, just so I don't have to watch the instant replays. To end on a high note, some highly requested additions. You can randomize between your favorite skins and finally customize your multi. Right, I forgot. You can customize the tablet. Yeah! When I play medium, I'm a DMAT main, so I love seeing tablet skins. Yes. Matches. Okay. Can we get a match replay system? Can we? I feel like I'm not the only one. I feel like I'm the only one, because I've never really heard anybody talk about it before. Can we get match replays where we can watch entire matches back in like a free cam and everything? Because I thought the finals had it by this point, but I haven't seen it. I don't think they do. Please embark. You guys are cooking right now. You know what would make you guys cook even more? A match replay system. I'm begging you. Hard work has gone into supporting 16 players at once in Point Break, and the improvements made will benefit all gamers across the finals. Good. We always love more optimization and performance improvements. Kyoto has been updated to improve GPU performance. I don't care about Kyoto. We're not done. Significant additional improvements to memory usage are coming soon, which will reduce stutter and on minimum in recommended specs, but will benefit everybody. Wonderful. Expanded visuals, smooth destruction upgrade. Visual destruction is getting a major improvement this season. What I love about Embark is that they, even though they're in my 19 years of life, they are the best. Like, they have the best destruction phases I've ever seen, as in like not pre-programmed, like not pre-made visuals that are like done in game with no preset parameters. I think is the best. I think they have the best, and they still are constantly improving. They never stop improving their destruction, which is wonderful. I'd love to see that out of Embark. Objects remain attached when structures come down, giving you a more realistic destruction that also provides new ways to traverse and climb through the rubble. Awesome. We've reworked our destruction effects to better reflect the shape and material of what you destroy. Walls will not break apart with debris that resembles real fractured pieces, much like the way windows already shatter. Oh, that's cool! Not only will stuff that's attached to like whatever is being broken stay there, but now they break apart more realistically, as if like the material itself is crumbling. That's cool. These changes bring more clarity, more character, and more satisfying hit when the arena comes crashing down. More major changes have come to Monaco, which has complete smooth destruction across the map. Expect more as the season continues. Okay, this is talking about the bundle, the champion set, as Nightmare ended up winning. I'm sad I got spoiled because I haven't watched the major yet, and I need to watch it. Whatever. The second anniversary bundle. Wait, we're in year 2? Awesome. This is probably just end up talking about the major. Okay. Twitch drops Calvin the Cube. The meat and potatoes. The balance changes. How am I excited to see these? I'm so excited to see what they added. Okay. Dev note. To hopefully make the dev notes a little less verbose, we removed dev notes from some of the changes below that are fairly self-explanatory. Most of these changes are slight nudges and amendments to an item with the goal of increasing their desirability / viability slightly. Okay. Controller added aim snapping to the following weapons: Akimbos, the BFR, the Repeater, the Cerberus. We didn't have aim snapping. The Cerberus, the KS-23. Always love to see the KS-23 get anything that's not a nerf. The Matter, the 1887, the Revolver. I play most of these weapons. Hell yeah. I don't even know what aim snapping is. I think it's to help aim assist, but I don't really care. I'm more than happy to take it because I play a good amount of these weapons that are on here. Increase the cooldown on aim snapping from 0.5 to 0.7. Okay. Added a 1.5 cooldown to aim snapping for sniper rifles. Okay. Added a 1 second cooldown for aim snapping with shotguns, revolvers, and grenade launchers. Okay. I don't know what aim snapping is or what that really does. Okay. Here we go. Breach charge. Decrease cooldown from 30 to 20. Okay, they're just trying to make breach charge more, like, people want to play breach charge more, as it's kind of overshadowed by the C4, and people just don't run breach charge, because when it comes to light, it was H+ Diffuser, Glitch Grenade, Gateway. Gateway is a must pick, because it's so good. Gateway is a must pick. Glitch, especially this season with the changes they made, Glitch is gonna be a must pick if you wanna get a high rank. Like, it's so unbelievably good because of, like, Mesh Shield. We're in a Mesh Shield meta. Winch Claw can no longer go through it. It can't go through Mesh Shield or Dome Shield. So Glitch Grenade is going to feast this season. It's gonna be one of those must picks. Of course, if you're good enough with a gadget, you don't need to bring something. Like, you don't need to bring Gateway or what's it called? Or Glitch if you're good enough with a different gadget, but I think they're must picks. I think you should, if you want to win easier, bring them. Yep, a Dome Shield added the ability to block Winch Claw. The Winch Claw has been dominating the heavy meta, and this adjustment is an effort to offensive counterplay. We are in. Yes, I actually love that. Despite the fact that I play heavy and I'm a Winchclaw main, I love to see this because Winchclaw is no longer the end-all be-all. I love when other specializations and stuff get some love. It no longer has a stranglehold on the meta. We are in a Mesh Shield meta now. And it's also this also offers up very interesting counterplay. Winchclaw cannot go through Dome Shield or Mesh Shield. So does your heavy drop Winch Claw for Mesh Shield? Because Mesh Shield is pretty good now. It's pretty good because on top of making it so that it blocked Winch Claw, they made it an extra 100 HP. So do you drop the Winch Claw to pick up the Mesh Shield? Even though Winch Claw, despite like not being able to go through Mesh Shield anymore, Winch Claw is still very good. You can still really like grab people and murder them with Winch Claw, because Winch Claw is still very good. So the Winch Claw is defeated by Mesh Shield and Dome Shield. So you have your light bring Glitch, and if you can glitch all of that, then Winch Claw is gonna feast as if nothing changed. But if they can dodge the glitch grenades or keep themselves safe long enough, they'll have it again. There's a lot of good, interesting counterplay, which is why I love that they made these changes. I love that they made them. Frag Grenade, increased outer radius from 5 to 5.5. Okay, cool. And increased max damage. Yeah, they just increased that. Okay, awesome. Love that. The Frag Grenade was a little underpowered, although it still sees very high usage and is reasonably effective. As a result, we only adjusted its power slightly to see how it impacts things. Okay, makes sense. Gas Grenade, decreased cooldown to 30 seconds to 24. Do not bring Gas Grenade. I repeat, do not bring Gas Grenade. Unless they make it so that gas does not hurt your teammates, don't bring it. All you're going to do is kill your own teammates. Don't bring Gas Grenade. Ooh. Gateway nerf. Decrease max range from 70 to 50. Wow. The Gateway has become a little too effective in allowing very long, very fast rotations by teams, cannibalizing the value of items like Zipline too much. Wow, that's kind of big. Like, I still think it's a must pick. Gateway is just so good. Like, its usage is so good. Unless they like gut it to the point where like it's not even worth using, or they introduce something else that could take its place. Like mediums could Maybe they'll run more zip lines and stuff now, because every media is running jump pad. But if you run zip line now, it could potentially help. Maybe. Whoa, I didn't know about this. Oh, that's kind of big. Glitch grenade nerf from 2 to 1. So if you miss that glitch grenade, the mesh shield is going to feast. That's actually really big. It means that your light better be good with that glitch grenade, because if he is not, then the mesh shield will feast upon your winch claw heavy if you want to run that. Because I was thinking about still running a winch claw team with my light just running glitch, but that changes things. And they decreased the cooldown, which is good because they got rid of a charge. This change is made to require players to be more accurate with their glitch grenade usage to get payoff from it, rather than having an immediate available second grenade to cover up for misses. The shorter cooldown is there to ensure misses openly punishing. Yeah. Okay, I will say so far they're cooking. They are cooking. Goo increased explosive damage multiplier versus Goo from 2 to 25. Goo has become highly effective in the current meta, and we want to offer some more effective counters to it. This change is helping explosive items move slightly faster. Thank you. Like, Goo was also part of the meta, and we always love to see a meta item get some more counters. Especially since I don't think before this change a RPG even went through Goo. And if you ask me, because you get multiple Goo grenades, and there's Goo barrels, so spending an RPG on Goo is ridiculous. Don't do it. Unless you absolutely need to, don't do it. But this should make sure that gets through with no issues. Power grenade, cooldown to 30 seconds to 24. Again, it's similar to gas grenade, but not as much of an offender. Don't bring pyro grenade unless you really know how to use that thing. But even then, I would say don't do it, because it just hurts your own teammates. Why? No. What is... No. Why? Decreased explosive damage from 80 to 55. Why? No! My Pyromine! Why? The Pyromine cannibalizes the role of the Explomine a little too much. This adjustment should help to address that. There isn't also a heavy main that exists that runs Explomine. Because why would you? There's so many other good gadgets. But Pyromine was one of them. Oh, no. That's gonna suck. If you ask me, yes, the Pyromine, I guess it did, because the explosion damage was 80. I guess it did cannibalize Explomine's usage. But Pyromine was not run very often. People who I'm talking, I'm speaking of more like a ranked competitive-ish sense that wasn't obvious by this point. But no one runs Explomine on heavy. Nobody. I've never seen anybody do it, because there's so many other options. Dome Shield, RPG, C4. If you know how to use Grav Cube, that thing is disgusting. Grav Cube, Pyromine. There's so many other gadgets. No one was running Explomine. So all this did, if you ask me, it put Pyromine in the same place as Explomine. Meaning, no one's gonna run it. I think it still has use cases, and I think it could still get some play. But I think Pyromine is gonna see a lot less usage, and I'm so sad about that. Okay, thermal bore decreased fuse time from 2.5 seconds to 1.75, and decreased the cooldown from 45 to 35, and decreased the amount of lingering smoke, making it easier to see after it detonates. Dope, that's fine. Just making the thermal bore better. I've met plenty of lights who use thermal bore to help them get up and down floors, so that's fine. Ooh, they increased the RPG damage from 100 to 110. This adjustment is mostly targeted to improving the RPG's effectiveness versus Goo. Okay. They really up the damage so that they can be better against Goo, but without having too much impact on player to player. Because 100 to 110 it's not too much to be game breaking, but it's enough. Okay, this is talking about introducing Double Jeopardy. This is dev note for it. We're gonna apply that. Oh wait, cash boxes no longer despawn when overtime begins, as they would previously. With the addition of double jeopardy, this mechanic is less warranted now. This change also brings ranked tournaments back. Cash out. Damn, that kind of sucks. Damn, I understand why. It just kind of sucks. Because that means in ranked, once it enters overtime, we're entering overtime in the ranked. Cash out boxes, if they were unopened, would despawn just like cash out stations would. This means that if I'm in first place, actually, you know what? No. Because if I'm in first place, I ain't got to worry about it. But if I'm in second place, I certainly do. Because if the cash box doesn't despawn and it gets doubled, no matter how low the other two teams are, I still have to worry about it. So it kind of sucks, but it makes sense. I understand why. I'm not upset about it or anything. It makes sense. They renamed it World Tour to Cash Out, whatever. Ranked tournaments, progression systems. Increase the overall accuracy of RS calculations, which will result in slightly smaller RS changes from match to match. Thank you. Hopefully this is good. Because when it came to RS, you could be playing, right? Because it depends on where you're seated. If you're seated lower, you don't have to place as high to gain RS. But you could be playing an entire 3-hour play session. You could just keep finishing third and fourth place, slowly gaining more and more RS. Maybe the occasional first or second place here and there with the occasional loss, in a fifth or sixth place. But 7th and 8th place was a 900 to 1,000 RS loss, and in a good amount of cases, especially if you're solo queuing, you lost a lot of RS. You could have been playing out of your mind, but because your teammates weren't the best, you lose a lot of RS, and that sucked. You could be playing an entire 3-hour play session and gone nowhere. I know I have. I kept placing third and fourth, slowly getting RS. I have one bad game, and I made no progress. Hopefully this fixes it. Rebalance RS calculations to make first losses in tournaments less extreme, especially for high-seeded teams. Thank you. That's exactly what I was just talking about. When digging the data from recent seasons, we were able to confirm the general feedback that being a highly seeded team in a match but facing a first-round elimination could result in RS losses that might take a full tournament win to earn back. Yes, exactly. You could lose 900 to 1,000 RS for placing badly if you were seeded high enough, and that means you could place first place in the next tournament and still not made back the amount that you had before. You would have to play at least 2, and you have to gain in both of those. This was especially common around the silver and gold ranking tiers. In the most extreme cases, albeit somewhat uncommon, we saw that a first-round loss could require 6 rounds won to recoup the RS. Goodness gracious. This change should alleviate those extreme cases. Thank the Lord. Okay, all right. Specializations. This is really the meat and potatoes for Season 9, if you ask me, when it comes to balance changes. As this turns the meta on its head. Increased the max health from 750 to 850, and made it so that the mesh shields, like the dome shields now, block the Winch Claw. So now Winch Claw has actual counterplay. I'm excited. And they also seem like they nerfed the Winch Claw. Decreased the max stun duration from 0.65 to half a second, and the minimum from 0.35 to 0.2. Okay. Added functionality where if the clawed victim is far away from the initial point of collision, the Winch Claw will break. This addresses an issue where the Winch Claw would sometimes appear to grab players around walls, which it certainly did for me. I grabbed somebody, they turn a corner, I'd either suck them in or it just wouldn't work. So what does that mean? If the clawed victim is far enough, so if they get clawed, but they're far enough away from the point where they initially got clawed, I think, or yeah, they got clawed, I think, then the Winch Claw would break and it wouldn't grab them. Okay, Winch Claw now retracts as soon as it hits an object it cannot latch onto, reducing time spent lingering in the air. That's good. I never had an issue with that, but nothing wrong with that. Yes, and 93R nerfs. Yes. Okay, I'm not getting too excited. Let me read this dev note real quick. You know what? Fuck the death note. We're going into weapons. Decrease damage from 26 to 24. Yes. Decrease the damage fall off start range from 32 to 30. Yes. The damage fall off range, the end range from 40 to 37.5. Yes. Increase the damage fall off multiplier at max range from 40 to 50, meaning it does slightly more damage at long range. Okay. Yes. I do not like the 93R. It just felt too strong and it just sucked to play against. So I'm glad it's getting nerfed. For much of the last season, the 93R has outperformed the second and third place weapons on damage and elimination per round by almost 50%. I hope that's talking about on light. You can't really compare light weapon stats to other weapon stats, like other class stats, because lights are supposed to get a lot of kills. That's their job. So I don't know. I hope they didn't compare it against like medium and heavy weapons, because that's gonna be skewed in my favor. That's above the acceptable range. These changes are aimed about bringing it in line with other type weapons. Absolutely, thank the Lord. BFR decreased environmental damage. Why? From 130 to 95. Really? Why? And then decreased the rate of fire from 85 to 82. Okay, they didn't touch the damage, which is I guess it's fine. But why touch the environmental damage? The BFR is the very definition of a love it or hate it weapon, where its top end performance is very good, but whereas parameters put it very close to feeling clunky and ineffective to use. As a result, it makes this weapon quite hard to balance. We want to give it a fair power level without making it feel awkward to use. We hope the RPM change here brings it to the right place, but we'll continue to monitor how it goes. Okay. Alright. Dual blades. Increase the damage of the third attack in the sequence from 65 to 100. Oh no! Why? I respect anybody who plays dual blades, but I don't like going against y'all. I can't stand y'all. Fuck y'all, but that's gonna suck. We feel like the dual blades full attack combo hasn't been offering the payoff it deserves. The adjustment should adjust that. All right. I'm not upset at why. It makes sense. You hit 3 parts and you like tickling somebody. I guess it makes sense, but I just don't like fighting dual blades people. As much as I respect y'all, I don't like fighting y'all. KS-23. Decreased bullet dispersion across all stances while aiming down sights by approximately 30%, making the weapon more precise. Just keep giving the KS-3 weapon like buffs. I love the KS-23, and it's almost like a guilty pleasure. I love that weapon, but I just didn't want to use it because I just didn't really like running it. But with this change, I'm absolutely going to run the KS-23 more, because the biggest reason why the KS-23 struggled is the BFR was made, which was just a better KS-23. It did its job, but better. Not counting environmental damage, of course, but also the KS-23 was also less precise, as at a certain range, it became a projectile and not a hit scan. So I'm glad they're giving it more buffs. Honestly, if you ask me, just take off the KS-23's projectile mechanic. Just make it a hit scan weapon. Like, to me, that's just so unnecessary. Just make it a hit scan entirely. I don't know if they did, but they should. Lewis gun increased the damage from 22 to 30. Oh, no, 23. Okay, never mind. Both heavy LMGs have been somewhat ineffective compared to other options available to the heavy. The slight nudge aims to push Lewis gun to a great viability. Okay. It's only a 1 damage increase, so we're probably not going to see too much Lewis gun usage. Watch me eat those words, but whatever. Okay. Decreased minigun stuff. Decreased bullet dispersion slightly when crouching or standing still and aiming down sights, making the weapon more precise. Okay. Seasoned players are already able to get solid performance out of the minigun, but we noticed some casual players sometimes struggle with it. This changes to attempt to bridge that gap, making the minigun slightly easier to use, hopefully without buffing it to the top end power too much. I saw Funny Man using it in his stream a little earlier today, and the dispersion was small. So I don't know. We gonna see. Decrease the amount of vertical recoil during the first 8 bullets of the firing sequence, making the M60 slightly easier to control. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, the M60's recoil gets easier to control the longer you fire it, but the first couple bullets are rough. It is rough. So I'm glad that they're making it a little easier to fire the first couple bullets. Slightly increase the amount of vertical recoil after the 30th bullet. All right. Just why? Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. One thing I'm sad about, because we're at the end of the page and we're going to content and bug fixes. Where is the P90 nerf? If you ask me, that gun is stupid. 50 rounds in a mag. 50. That's ridiculous. 50 rounds in a mag, and it does not shoot rice pellets. Them bullets do a healthy chunk. Maybe not like the damage itself isn't the issue. It's the fire rate and the amount of bullets in it. I'd be fighting a P90 medium, and he misses half his clip, and I still die to him, and he hasn't reloaded yet. Like, that's ridiculous. To me, the P90 is a clutch weapon. Now, I think I'm gonna end up doing a video just like specifically on like weapons I don't like and like what I call clutch weapons, and overall like doing like a tier list video. That's not this video, but that's just like my personal thoughts. I do not like the P90. I love that the medium is getting more guns. I just don't like the P90. That's just me personally. Okay, the model 1887 decreased tactical reload intro animation duration from 2.2 to 1.5, meaning the weapon reloads faster. Good. I love a model 1887 buff. We know that some of the model's reload animations have been a cause of frustration for players. We're not done with the model yet. It's one of a number of guns that would benefit from a reload checkpoint system. It would, because I think this means that when you're reloading the model, you can't fire while you're reloading it. It has to, once you click it has to reload to full, which I do not like. That's the reason why I don't play the model now, because I'll be reloading and then I want to go back into the fight after reloading a couple of bullets, and I can't. So hopefully it gets a reload checkpoint system, unless I'm tweaking and it already has one. And it's still our intent to introduce a system like that sometime in the next year. Okay, the V9S, I've forgotten about that weapon, and like what I call the John Wick pistol. I don't mind it getting some buffs. Increase the damage fall off start range from 10 to 15. You'd think a pistol would have some decent range, so that's good. And increase the damage fall off end range from 15 to 25. Yeah. It needs some love. The V9S needs some love. Increase the damage fall off multiplier at max range from 62 to 65, meaning it does slightly more damage at long range. Good. The V9S needs some love. I don't hate those. Okay. Now that we're past the patch notes, we can take a breather. We can go into content and bug fixes. What do we have? Animation. Fix an issue where the P90 tactical reload could twist the arm unnaturally. That's absolutely hilarious. Fix an issue where the left hand could briefly appear during the Model 1887 cycle action, where using the Doe Wrangler. Okay. Fix an issue in the practice range where switching weapons via change loadout while reloading could cause the new weapon to continue playing the reload animation incorrectly. Scary. Fix an issue causing light contestants' hands to twist unnaturally during interactions from a certain angle, such as stealing a cash out. Screw that. Give the light people just as much pain as humanly possible. Fix an issue where contestants would appear to run in place when lightly pushing the light stick forward on the controller. Weird. Improved the animation transition between deploying to zooming in. Most noticeable with the RPG 7. Okay. Fix an issue where the akimbo pistol could appear to float during hazard reaction animations or quick melee, and weapons are more responsive animation-wise when firing from the hip while sprinting. Okay, just some light stuff. Okay. Audio. Fix an issue where the XP54 empty reload sound could continue to play. Hopefully they fixed it. I feel like sometimes. Okay, I think they fixed it a while ago. Never mind. Turn the audio mix of for the Pocket Pop and Place Charm minigame? I don't know what that is. Fix an issue where the announcer's elimination streak line could become very quiet mid-sentence. Okay. Fix the missing reload sound on the ARN so it's more audible to other players. Reduce unintended rattling / folly audio that could loop during idle or light movement. Most notable when using the M60. Voice lines requesting revives and players who are far away are now suppressed to reduce audio spam. Okay, I haven't actually encountered audio spam as an issue. Hopefully that I haven't heard that can be an issue, but I understand why they would do it. Added a confirmation beep when recalling deployable gadgets. I thought I already had that. And fixed an issue where the riot shield's deploy animation sometimes played no sound, including during the choose contestants pack. Okay. Some contract stuff. I just don't care, and cosmetic stuff, which I in all honesty also don't care. Some content bug fixes for thermobore. Fixed an issue where the thermobore could pass through surfaces, including goo, without activating. That's kind of crazy. Private matches, added support for point break, dope, quick cache, and power shift stuff, dope. Gameplay. Cannons are now physics enabled, reacting to movement, forces, and collisions for more dynamic interactions. Cannons? Oh, I forgot there's cannons. Fixed an issue where aim assist could continue targeting an unlimited player. That's good. I haven't cut that myself. That's good. Ooh, map changes. Do I really care about this stuff? Fix an issue where, with aim assist that would cause it to move incorrectly when switching between targets. Fix an issue that would cause the reload to start too early after firing the last bullet on some weapons. Okay. Thrown carryables now activate more reliably when thrown. Good. I feel like I'll be throwing a red barrel at goo and it'll just bounce off. I don't know if that's intended, but I don't like that. Fix an issue that would cause the reload to. Oh yeah, for that. Fix an issue where firing immediately after equipping some weapons could result in missing firing or recoil animations. Okay. Fix friendly practice range bots not shooting at enemy bots or enemy bots not shooting at the player. Okay. Fix an issue where switching from the lock bolt to the M60 or Lewis gun caused ADS times to be longer than intended. That was a thing? Fix an issue where attempting to retrieve guardian turret or healing emitter immediately after equipping it could ignore the input. That's just kind of funny. Fix an issue where ziplines that would sometimes make contestants jitter when using them. I think I did experience that one time. Fix the issue where quick melee not respecting cooldown when swapping items. Okay. Just like some light little stuff, just like fixing stuff, quality of life changes. We always love to see those. This is interesting though. Maps. Let's see what they did. Fix floating ivy. Fix Z fighting, where two textures are overlapping, causing them to flicker. Okay. Between overlapping ground materials, including. Okay. So I think this is just like, yeah, because these are just like making sure stuff is. Yeah, these are. They didn't do any map changes? I don't think they did any map changes. Yeah. These are all simplified basement layout and the edges building. These are just like fixing, yeah, content and bug fixes. That makes sense. These are all bug fixes for the maps. Okay. Performance is a replay now using updated download system that improves performance during playback. Okay. Emily, this stuff's fine. Sure. Social added expanded privacy settings and social options, including muting individual notification types or muting all notifications, removing redundant join the party options. Okay, yeah, much more about this. Cool. Love to see this stuff. If you guys want to read this stuff, you guys can go ahead and read it. All you gotta do is type in season 9 the finals patch notes. It'll come right here. Okay, so specialization stuff. Fix an issue where the wall preview would appear before the dematerializer could actually be activated, causing some bugs. Wait, didn't they change? I thought they changed the demat so the delay was no longer there. That's what I was hearing. They didn't say anything about that though. Is it a quiet fix? Yeah, they only talked about the mesh shield and the witch claw. Hopefully they got. I did not like that delay. I really hope that they got rid of it, because I was hearing from people like Oppo and Funny and like other people who managed to play like the early test that they fixed it. That they made it so that there was no longer a delay. Fixed an issue where a player could be winched after teleporting to the gateway. That's crazy. That's kind of funny. UI stuff, again, you want to read this stuff, go on ahead. I don't really have the time to go to read through all these because I do have work right now. So, if you want to, you can read all this stuff. Known issues, battle pass when purchasing them. You may refresh by exiting and security. All right, a new season, a new update from the anti-cheat team. Ooh, we have an anti-cheat team? Dope. As a result of rolling out De Nouveau and Any Brain, we've gained additional data streams, resulting in a significant upgrade to our cheat detection capabilities. Perhaps one of the most significant upgrades since we have started this journey. As a result, detections related to input manipulation, aimbotting, anti-recoil, as well as hardware-assisted cheats, like Zens and stuff, have gone up significantly. Good! This uptick in detections has led to a string of community discussions where players feel they have been banned for no apparent reason. To address this, we have conducted a series of investigations to rule out any false positives. And it's worth noting that some of our detections are conservative in nature. They gather data over time, minimizing the possibility of a false positive. Okay. There are lots of moving pieces in this line of work, and the cheating landscape is constantly evolving. But so are we. As always, we are in it to protect you, our players. Solid 9 out of 10 patch notes. These were all really, really good. Of course, there's some things I worry about, like the DMAT delay not actually being taken off, because I really do not like that. I really hope they get rid of it. And that, like, you know what? I think that's my only issue. Bump it up to a 9.5. My only issue is that it's not listed here, and I'm worried that it might not actually be there. But I liked everything else. Like, this saddens me, but everything else made sense. It still made sense. Like, it saddens me, but it makes sense. Like, really good. Really good, really good. The new season looks absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait to play it later. You will definitely be getting a video on my first gameplays of season 9 soon. But yeah, that was the patch notes. Now I'm going to, because I got stuff to do, I'm gonna kick it off to future Jika, who is going to give you his first looks at all the skins and stuff of the tablet and then the battle pass and all that stuff. All right, see you later. Hey, so this is Ed and Jika. I did not realize how long this video was going to be, so I'm going to go ahead and put the footage that I made for my first reactions of the skins in the beginning of the first season 9 video. Thank you guys so much for watching for this long, and I'll see you in the next one.